Slap battles. A game where many unique things can happen. Many unique things exist. Today, we're talking about why slap battles is no longer good. In slap battles, there's many gloves that anybody could get. No paying, no nothing. The only exception are these 4 gloves. And they're pretty much can be unlocked by other gloves. They're just if you want to get something quickly. Like Ultra Instinct can be with Elude. And Custom can be unlocked pretty much by Mega Rock. An Overkill is kind of one of the unique ones, as it has infinite speed. Besides that, it can still be killed. These gloves are pretty much useless, just if you want to get ahead quickly. But Slap Battles has recently gone to a turn that I don't think is more original and exciting. And I'm talking about this. This is a Slap Battles daily reward system. In my opinion, it'd be super easy to just log in every day and claim at like 3 o'clock. Just claim your thing in like 30 days, 20 days. You'll already have 10,000 slaps without even hitting somebody once. And it's okay if you wanna in Slap Royale, if you go here, you wanna buy Vampire or Cannoneer, or you wanna put 2 times and 5 times slaps. I'd say that's okay. Not only are you kind of spending money in the thing, but you're still fighting. Don't get me wrong. You're still fighting, and it's a really useful way if you want to get all the way. On top of the leaderboard. Imagine trying to do this super quickly. It'd take forever. And the lowest one is 2 million. And it's pretty much 28,000. 2.8 million. That's kind of a lot. So how in the world would you do that in such a fast time if you just start? That's why I could see having stuff like 2 times and 5 times slaps acceptable, including them stacking. What I can't really find acceptable, though, is VIP. VIP is only pretty much $3, and you know, this is pretty good. VIP chat, slap gifting, and VIP gloves. VIP gloves, we'll get into that later, but for right now, we'll go here. Even buying it, it's not $3. It's $3 a month, which is not really nice when it's advertised as $3. And if people who don't notice a simple thing, even though it's kind of obvious, people will still mess up. You know, that's just being human. And like I said already, a lot of stuff, you know, yeah, but you're doing the same thing, like 2 times slaps. So, most things are acceptable, like hit effects and VIP chat. Slap gifting might just be because you're sacrificing your own stuff. This is where I find it kind of acceptable. There's a line between, oh, I'm gonna give my friends some stuff, some slaps and slap battles, to where, oh, I'm gonna get paid for using other stuff like 2 times and 5 times slaps, or just buying slaps in general. So 10,000 slaps, 10,000 slaps. I'm gonna use 10,000 slaps, and then give 5,000 for a little bit more. Well, that's if the person doesn't play and just wants the slaps. But that's slap gifting. That's the thing. You can always just not be able to do stuff. And that's okay. Help is always something in slap battles that is always more. But VIP gloves, that's something I want to get into. As of right now, there's only one VIP glove that, you know, is here. It's the Titan. And right now, it's advertised as access the super special unique VIP gloves, which not only signifies multiple, but it's just complete waste of time when it's one glove. And at all times, as soon as you hit, as soon as you could get a one-shot glove instantly with just a few friends. Quake or Berserk. This glove you can get instantaneously. All you need to do is get one or two friends, and just get one to get Mega or not Mega, one to get Diamond and the other to use Kinetic. Which, okay, you need friends, which is not only another big reason why slap battles has gone so down, but the other thing is that you need another person. You don't even need 2 people, which is better, but still, you need multiple people to even get a glove, which I don't find it nice. And certain gloves are okay, like the Boogie glove, which pretty much deems your stuff useless, which is incredibly hard to get because you need an entire server to dance. Sparky, on the other hand, is another one that's kind of acceptable. This is an overpowered glove, and it can be used for a lot of different things. Just to simply troll, to grinding for other gloves. Then we go on to gloves like this one, where you need around 2 people to be able to just use this one. Not only do I have it, but it took an incredibly long time. But imagine, to get a glove that barely is even good. Another glove that I would say is kind of underrated is this glove, Rhythm. Have you really seen anybody but hackers use Rhythm? Although it has infinite speed and you could do crazy damage, that's if you want to spend a long time. And to do that, you need Boogie, which is not only pretty hard to get, but you need to have 10 different people allow you to hit them. And then, not only then, you get Rhythm, which is still kind of bad, and is one of the only gloves in the game that has infinite speed. Other gloves are pretty acceptable. The only glove that I don't really find good to try to get are the newer gloves like Tinker, Alchemist, and Druid. Null is still kind of an exception since it's technically a one-shot glove that you get pretty much for free, which, although it can be annoying, was one of its first and still an interesting idea, which sprouted the possibilities for endless amounts. But this is what I'm talking about. Tinker, Alchemist, and Druid so far are the newer gloves that require a lot of time and multiple people, which, in my opinion, are just not good gloves, but people like me want to collect everything. So they'll go out of their way, spending lots of time. And honestly, that's why I really haven't tried to get these gloves and just stop playing slap battles for a while. Because Druid, you need to do an entire tower defense, which I think that's also a fun idea. But it's not even good. Another one is Tinker, which you need 4 people not to be trolling. And then it's not even a good glove. How are you gonna just use this? It's pretty much just a lure. It was good at the start and then not. Only gloves that I see people using are maybe Rob, Counter, Psycho, Recall, Sparky, Berserk, Flammering, Leash, and a few more other gloves. Bob, Rojo, never Retro. The new gloves are never really used. They're used when they're first added and then never added again. Like Rhythm. Have you ever seen anybody use actual Rhythm? Unless they just got it. Rojo, you see him time to time. Hitman, it's just used for whatever. Retro, you don't see Retro anymore. Null, see it there. Lure, you also kind of see it, like, Null. Tinker, you see it very, very rarely. Necromancer just came out, so people are still using it, but still. An Alchemist, I haven't seen much Alchemist, so I can't have much opinion on it, but supposedly, and what I've seen, to even get it, you have to go around the map to get rare items. And although it has a pretty good power, the speed is pretty good. Your ability is to make cauldrons. And another thing is, I know I'm going to sound like a dummy when I say this. I just play games to collect. So, and I played other games. Alchemist is from another game. It's Ability Wars. And most things, there's a lot of other things. I'm not saying, oh, it's taken from this. I understand that. That's cool. But as long as you get permission, that's okay. But I want to see, and I think a lot of other people want to see, some originality. Like, a lot of these gloves are really cool, but nevertheless, they're not, as soon as, like, a whole bunch of people get it, which is actually pretty hard, speaking, like, barely anybody has Tinker, because you need 4 people not to die to get all the way and get the glove. And then another one, you need Alchemist, which is supposedly, I don't know if this is true, so I can't, like I said, I don't have very much stuff. Alchemist, you need, like, rare ingredients, and it's not, to my knowledge, it's not good, because a lot of people would be using it, I'm assuming, but it's still really hard. And Druid, lastly Druid, it came out like a week ago, and it's still really good for, like, hackers and just killing. That's it. It's not good in the sense where you're gonna get slaps from it. Like, another glove over here, it's pretty much just a little bit better in some regards to replica. If it gave you the ability to get slaps from it, then it'd be actually pretty good. But yeah, and it's been a world-building experience to be able to see a lot of things. Like, I remember all the way farther than this when it was just like phase. were mitten. And now there's hundreds, or at least 100 gloves. And now it's just, the game is trying to follow trends. I think another way to make the game better is if they add and explore more boss fights and add more to the lore. Because right now, not many of these gloves have any lore. It'd be interesting if gloves that you obtain from slaps had lore. But the only gloves that actually have lore are Bob and all the way over here, Rob. There's no real lore. Kraken could be explored with so much lore, and yet there's none. A lot of these gloves can have super lore, an incredible amount of lore, which can involve multiple gloves. But no, they just focus on adding new gloves. They're kind of focusing on quantity and less about quality. Because as soon as Alchemist came out, around 2 weeks later, Druid came out. And that's not saying Tinker came a little bit long, not super long, but a little bit long after Lure. And then Necromancer came. And then 2 weeks later, Alchemist came. They're focusing a lot on quantity, like I said. And the only good thing some of these gloves do are just protect. No slaps. That's pretty much all I have. But last thing. If you wanted slap battles to be better, what would you do? If you had the power to add something, what would you do? Thank you for watching my video, and comment down anything you think. Bye.